Hi there! In this class I want to show you how we use the subjunctive tenses in Spanish, right? Especially let's focus on in the present tense of the subjunctive mood. Spanish has many more conjugation tenses than English. In my list of lessons you will find at least 22 different tenses that I have taught along the course. In lesson 146 I taught how to conjugate or how to use the subjunctive mood, the present tense of the subjunctive in Spanish, right? Here I will show you some day-to-day examples, right? Because it's very much used in Spanish. So it's not that subjunctive is okay, we'll never use it, so no need to learn it. Some tenses of the subjunctive that you will see here are very much used, at least unconsciously, in everyday conversation. So let's begin with a very simple sentence like quiero que vengas. Quiero que vengas. This is in a subjunctive, right? In English we would translate this like this. I want you to come, right? When you express will of something or desire, in Spanish we use the verb querer, which means to want, but we use it together with this little word que, that means that. So literally, word by word, this will translate like I want that you come. I want that you come. Only that in English this would be awkward, so we say I want you to come, right? So in English we just use the verb to come is in present tense, right? However, in Spanish, the verb to come, which in Spanish is venir, is conjugated not in present tense of the indicative mood. It's in present tense of the subjunctive mood, right? Vengas. Why? Because if it were the indicative mood, the verb venir would be vienes, right? Tú vienes, you come. But you cannot say quiero que vienes. Makes no sense. We use the subjunctive, quiero que vengas, right? Okay. So, for this kind of situation where you express desire or will or wish, we use subjunctive. Like another example. Quiero que comas rápido. Quiero que comas rápido. I want that. Or I want you to eat fast. Quiero que comas rápido. Rápido means fast. So it's this is not the verb, but the verb comer, to eat, right? Comer. Here it is conjugated in the subjunctive mood, right? I want you to eat fast. Remember in lesson 146 you can see exactly how to conjugate any verb, because there I introduced the rule how to conjugate any word, any verb for any subject or pronoun, right? So here I want to show you how common the subjunctive mood is in Spanish. Quiero que comas rápido, right? Quiero que vengas ya, or quiero que te vayas. Quiero que te vayas. I want you to leave. Quiero que te vayas. I want that you leave or that you go away, right? the word vayas is the verb ir in the subjunctive mood, right? The present tense of the indicative mood would be vas. This is present of the indicative. And vayas is present of the subjunctive. You see how different it is? And these are everyday sentences, right? So for you to see and understand how important it is to learn how to use or when to use the subjunctive mood in Spanish, at least the present tense of the subjunctive. Now, for example, another sentence. Cuando vengas, iremos al cine. Right? Very simple sentence. When you come, let's go to the movie, or let's go to the cinema. When you come, when you arrive, we'll go to the cinema. Cuando means when, right? When. When you come, vengas, we'll go to the cinema, right? Vengas is present tense of the subjunctive mood, right? So whenever whatever we write, the verb we use following the word cuando, the word when, right? That there we use the subjunctive mood. Another example. Cuando llegues, llámame. Right? This is, here we have two phrases within the same sentence, right? In English, this is, when you arrive, call me, give me a call. So, we have two sentences, because we have two verbs, right? When you arrive is one, and call me is another phrase, right? Call me is imperative. When you arrive is subjunctive. In Spanish it's the same. Cuando llegues, subjunctive, because llegues is subjunctive of the verb llegar, right? Llegar. Llámame. Call me, right? This is imperative. So, you see, again, present tense of the subjunctive mood. So, whenever you use the word cuando, right? And whenever you will express will, wish, or desire, we use the subjunctive mood. In English, at least for Spanish speakers like me, we do not need to learn the subjunctive mood because we usually use the present tense, right? There is not a subjunctive conjugation. It's the same conjugation, but in a subjunctive situation, right? However, in Spanish, there is an independent tense for subjunctives. Therefore, we have to learn that. Okay, I hope this lesson has been useful, at least to convince you to learn subjunctive. And don't hesitate to email me, to write to me if you have any questions or suggestions. Thank you, and see you in the next class.